Try to bluff on the lick, got his ass whacked. Heard a nigga stamp, bro, we gon' get back. 392 F-Fins in the scat. Too greedy, he slimy, really that. All black ski masks, everybody slack.
The Young Thug trial is still a complete clown show. No surprise here, I'm baffled at what is going on in this trial, I'm gonna be honest. Deputy Ikeba Stanley was arrested for trying to bring contraband to Eppinger in jail. She was charged with violation of oath of office, reckless conduct, conspiracy to commit a felony, and hindering apprehension for punishment of a criminal on Friday, June 2nd. Yeah, a police officer tried to smuggle or a co-defendant of Young Thug, and the person she was smuggling these for is Christian Eppinger, who did this.
New tonight at 5, we are getting our first look at the Atlanta police officer shot multiple times on the job this week. Officer David Rogers is still in the hospital tonight after he was shot in his shoulder, knee, and the back of his head while trying to arrest a suspected member of the Young Slime Life gang.
Joe Hankey was in the courtroom as the judge denied Christian Eppinger's request for bond.
Today we learned Officer David Rogers was shot 6 times on Monday before he was...
So they killed the officer?
Rushed here to the ER at Grady Hospital, and then APD squad cars lined the streets around the hospital. He remains here at the hospital tonight recovering, and the man charged with shooting him remains in jail. Fulton County judge denied bond for 22-year-old Christopher Eppinger. Arrest warrants released today. Detail Officer David Rogers attempting to arrest Eppinger Monday near Old Hateville Road with a warrant for a 2021 armed robbery and assault case. According to the warrants, Eppinger pushed Rogers away, pulled out a gun, and shot the officer 4 times in the shoulder, once in his leg, and once in the back of his head.
Seems like a stand-up guy, right? That was back in February of 2022. Somehow he made bond too at one point. I don't know which judge decided to let him out. That's insane to me, but I guess he got arrested.
Nah, that's crazy.
Again, when Thug got arrested in May. And there's more. Are y'all ready? In 2016, when Eppinger was just 16 years old, he was accused of pointing a gun in the face of a young mother with her small child during a carjacking and crashed her car as he fled from the police. So he ended up getting 5 years in prison plus probation back in 2016 for this at age 16. But he got out and did that to a police officer. So back to the female officer that smuggled this in for him. Authorities said Stanley attempted to sneak items for Eppinger's relative into jail. Thug's co-defendant allegedly used an illegal cell phone to communicate with
They trying to do all that just to set Young Thug up, man. No funny shit. That's why you think a police officer did that shit.
Accused of visiting Eppinger in his jail cell. The two also plotted their smuggling efforts on Instagram. Earlier this week, Fulton County deputies seized the laptop of Eppinger's lawyer, Eric Johnson. A warrant said Johnson used the laptop to communicate with YSL members who aren't in custody. Remember the lawyer that got yelled at about writing an essay? It's that lawyer. This is his client, Eppinger. He let his client use his laptop to communicate with people outside of jail. What is going on with this trial? It's complete chaos, dude. I've never seen more of a clown show in my life with what's going on, mainly with what the defendants are doing. They're doing some dumb shit, but the judge hasn't been perfect either. Jury selection began in January. The process could last through the entire summer. The trial started with 28 defendants named in the RICO indictment, but now only has 9 remaining defendants facing trial. Yeah, it's down to 9 people, and because people are taking pleas.
Yes, ma'am.
Or their cases are getting severed for other reasons, but the fact that a female police officer would do this for someone who shot another police officer is baffling to me. Like, actually, I can't even process that. If you're new to my channel, subscribe, follow me to Instagram, comment down below your opinion.
Man, free Thug, man. My son Thug innocent. That's all we know. That's all I know, and that's all y'all know. He innocent, man. Free Thug. Free Thug. All I want to see in the comments is free Thug for me. That's in this vid. My IG Dior my Snap YBWG1, my Onlyfans free subscription at Dior. I like that.